Hey everybody, and welcome to the Black Maverick channel. I have a relatively new channel, so I'd like to ask you guys to hit the like button as you come in the digital building. Okay, that helps to push the channel throughout the YouTube algorithm. And if you find the content interesting on this channel, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing. Okay, with all of that out the way, let's jump in. So this video is going to be about the YouTuber Kai Cenat. I was not familiar with him until recently, where I saw several content creators doing what I guess you would call reaction videos, where they were giving their opinion about a video that he posted. And in that video, Kai makes a statement saying that Black Americans have no culture. And when I listened to the video, I wasn't sure if his statement was being taken out of context or not. So I wanted to do a video, and I wanted to give my unchained opinion about his statement. And so we're going to jump in, and I ask you guys to leave, comments in the comment section, and let's see what he has to say.
No questions. I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is black. You're black. You're just black. You're American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that? See you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not. Word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
The truth of the matter is that American culture at this point, what is truly American, is black culture to a large degree. Flip on the television set.
When you turn your television on, I see an experiment cultivated and created by the mad scientists called oppressors. Okay, that's what I see. This is not our culture. We must understand that this is something that was given to us by our oppressors, our enslavers. And they've been watering down and diluting our so-called culture from the moment our ancestors stepped foot on this God green land. Everything that in large tells our so-called culture is something that was given to us after we arrived here, because everything that was ours, that was mostly attached to us as our tradition, our identity, our culture, it was ripped away from us. And I think it's very important that we must understand that this experiment started from the moment our ancestors again stepped foot on this soil, right? And it has been to defeat, demean, destroy, divide, everything negative, everything evil. That is the only thing that has been given to us by our oppressors, everything bad. So I don't understand how we know that this culture has been predicated off of our oppressors wanting to keep us down. Okay, for instance, you take the soul food. We understand now that soul food was something that our ancestors had, or that they ate because they had to. It was out of necessity that they ate this stuff, right? But we understand it was the scraps. It was garbage, but they had to make do with what they had. Why then would we keep perpetuating this as something good, as something wholesome? And especially in today's world where we now know there's a direct scientific correlation between disease and diet. It has a connection, and we see that it largely and mostly affect all of these different diseases: diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer. It has a disproportionate effect on Black people. We know this now. Again, why would we continue to embrace a culture that has been given to us to destroy us when we have the knowledge and the wherewithal to do better? I feel that and the education. Let's talk about the education system. We understand that this educational system has been built to do what? Create robots. And as it pertains more specifically to the Black culture and so-called culture and community, it's there to do what? To imprison us, to prepare us to go to prison. And we constantly send our children to these schools as if we are doing them or some justice or service by doing that. We won't change the things that we have the power to change, and that is this fabricated culture. It needs to be dismantled. It needs to be taken apart and rebuilt. The entertainment center system that they inundate us with. Look at what we are being influenced by. Just look around on every angle, and the things, not only are we being influenced by it, we are openly and wholly embracing this thing as our culture. We got to stop it. We got to do better. That's the only way I see that we will, be able to arrive at that progress, that elevation that we so desperately seek. This isn't the way. As long as we continue to embrace this culture that has been cultivated and given to us with the sole intent to destroy us, we don't stand a chance. We need to take the time to research and go into the four corners of this world and find the fragments of our identity that has been lost, that has been left, right? And we have a blueprint that has already been laid and given, because we have some fantastic grandmaster teachers that have already put in a lot of work so that we can continue to do what it is they started. Okay, the people like Dr. Chandler Williams, Neely Fuller, Francis Cress Welsing, Malcolm X, Zora Neale Hurston, Dr. John Henrik Clark, and it's just a host of so many grand teachers that we have that has already prepared, or paved the road somewhat for us, that have left us with the tools to continue to use. We cannot continue to claim this thing as our culture. Okay, I just had to say that. I that's just the way I feel about it. This whole culture that we embrace, it's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's fabricated to destroy us. It's not ours. And we must have the strength, the intelligence to understand that and to do better. Okay? And so I can't embrace a culture that I know has been created as basically an experiment, to defeat me. I can't embrace this thing and call it my culture, and it has nothing at all. The reason why I can't embrace it is because I love myself. It's because I love who I am. And I refuse to allow this system to break me. And this is how they are breaking us, through this so-called culture that we embrace so enthusiastically. Also, like we love it. It's not us. And of course there are, good things and good people, places, and things that this so-called culture has created, and those are things. There are things that we should be proud of. But for the most part, this so-called culture is toxic. It's deadly. It's self-destructive. And it's no fault of our own, but it is our fault that we continue to embrace it, and we know better. When you know better, you have to do better. This is not us. And we have to understand also that we need to learn to be able to abstract what it is we need. The things that we need, we naturally, it's a part of the human experience for us to be here, to influence one another, right? That's natural. But we have to understand that we are going to, abstract it and take or allow the influence and impact on us that we deem benefit. That's something that's going to be able to progress and elevate us as a collective and throw away the rest. And this thing that we call culture right now, this is not us, and this is not doing us or serving us any good purpose to continue to embrace it. It needs to be thrown away. Okay? So I'm going to end it there. I have so much more that I can say about our so-called black culture, but I'm going to leave it here. And I just want to encourage you all to please interact and give your feedback in the comment section. And again, this is a relatively new channel, so I'd like to ask you guys to please, if you find the content interesting at all, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'm going to get out of here. And in leaving, I want to say, remember, respect should always be given. Disrespect can be earned. Okay? I love you even if you don't love me back. And just keep it peaceful. Until next time.